It's February 18th. I almost said 28th. I don't know why. February 18th, 2019, 3:58 p.m. Happy Monday, everybody. I went to sleep last night about 10, and I didn't have my idea yet, but I knew I wanted to do the subject. And I woke up at 3. For some reason, I'm sleeping longer. I don't know why. Maybe it's catching up to me. But before I went to sleep, I was like, my housemate's like, he needed to finish his laundry because I just knew that he was going to ignore that he had wet clothes in the washer. And at 3 a.m., he decided now's a great time to dry them because, dryer's right next to my room. But he didn't do that. No, said the other housemate brought home a party. So I had like 5 girls in the room next to me. People just going all night. Might be what woke me up, I'm not sure. But I still got my idea, and I started drawing about 5 a.m. So you probably know about this whole Amazon thing, where they were going to build a new headquarters in New York City, in Queens. In case you're a Republican, that's a borough in New York City. They have 5 of those. Queens is one of them. But a lot of people protested about it, and even though the majority of New Yorkers wanted it there, but Amazon decided that they couldn't take all the heat, so they left. Seriously, if you're going to go to New York and you can't handle people yelling at you, yeah, you probably shouldn't hang out anyway. Maybe you should build something in like Kansas, I don't know. They're still building one in Northern Virginia outside D.C., but New York City was giving them tax breaks up to $3 billion. $3 billion. And Amazon said they were going to pay 25,000 people. Them not doing this does hurt New York a bit in the short term, but I gotta say, not letting these corporations hold you hostage every time that they threaten to move or come over there and they play you against other communities, I think that's a good thing to stop that kind of like corporate behavior. I mean, because what happens in like 20 years when Amazon says, you know what, we need more tax breaks, or we're going to leave you for Kansas or some crap like that. And they would. I mean, look at the NFL, look at baseball. They do that crap. Other corporations do that all the time. They always threaten that they're going to go to Texas, They go to one of those right to work states where they can, which is really a right to fire state. There's no unions and crap like that. So, yeah, good for them. I think so. And yeah, I think it does hurt them in the short term. But it doesn't hurt the national economy at all. Donald Trump hurts the national economy more than this. His government shutdown is costing the economy billions of dollars and crap. I got like 17 comments. I know I'm not going to read them all, but we're going to give everybody a shout out. Then we're going to talk about the drawing a little bit. This was fun to draw, actually, and I thought this won't take too long to draw, and I guess it didn't, but I felt like I put effort into it, so. I didn't really like my skyline in the rough part, so I was like, I knew I was going to change that. And I also had a typo, and I was thinking it was a typo, but I wanted Hillary to tell me. So, actually, it's probably less of a typo. You look, pizza rat. It's probably less of a typo, since I did it knowing it might be wrong. So, did you know that Pizza Rat, the whole video of Pizza Rat, and you guys are going to comment on this because you guys are going to have to comment about Pizza Rat, that was staged. It's fake. But then another one came out of a pizza on a subway track calling it pizza, so that just kind of like restores a little bit of faith in humanity and in rats. Ratanity. And what was that name of that rat movie where he makes soup? Ratatouille? Yeah, that wasn't a documentary. That was totally fake too. Shit. I have actually done this once before, tennis shoes. I'd like to say I did it when I was much younger, but I probably did it when I was 40. Outside my house. Oh, just wanted to see if I could do it. Took me like an hour. No, throwing shoes in the air for an hour. I can't really like the cartoon of the last one with all the fishes. Oh, the fishes? That's exactly how you say it, too. That's totally correct. It's going to piss off Ariel. She did a lot of counting. She likes to assume that the adult shark is the daddy, because that's how dads always do stuff like that, you know, pulling fins. I think it's the father shark, too. That's how he is in my mind. So, yeah, he's a daddy shark, Akenta. You're right about that. Akenta did all the counting and says, not including the 5 sharks, there were 116 sea creatures. And she decided not to count the stuff on the floor except for the crab. And she liked the mega hat. So you didn't count those 3 Oscars in the anemone? Alright. And Ariel has commented she loves anemones. And she went to see a doctor because she had an anemone. I think we're talking about something different, Ariel. No, actually, that's not what Ariel's talking about. But her doctor had an anemone. That he had to have it removed. Apparently he did. Even though Ariel had made friends with his anemone. And Ariel said poor people are lazy about cleaning their aquariums too. Not just poor people. People in general. Dude, just... I guess that's what you're saying, because I said rich people are lazy, but yeah, people in general are lazy about cleaning their aquariums. You know why? Because it's a lot of freaking work. You shouldn't have an aquarium unless you're willing to do the work for it. I used to do Mondo with filters. I put in the undergravel filter and then put in the power filter at the top, just so that it would reduce how often the tank had to be cleaned. And the longer that you can go without cleaning is actually better for the fish, you know, because you're not shocking them and putting them through trauma every time. But, yeah, you got to clean them. At some point, you got to clean them. You might be able to go 6 months, maybe, you know, if you're doing it well, you know. And those little sucker fish, they're not going to do the job for you. They're going to do a good job, but you can't just put a couple of those guys in and think, there we go. I'll throw in some snails. I never have to clean it. No, you're still going to have to clean that shit. All right. Ariel said her ex had a piranha. You know, most days you can't buy those, and I remember moving to Tennessee, well, outside Tennessee, and in Memphis they sold piranhas. It was kind of cool. And when I was a little kid in Illinois, a neighbor had piranhas. I don't remember this. My mom told me this, and she told me stories about the piranhas, but I don't recall any of this. But then again, my mom liked to fabricate a lot of things. He probably did have piranhas. He might have had pacus, though. Pacus look just like piranhas, and you can buy those in Louisiana stuff. They're not going to eat you. And they get as big as piranhas also. Just giant. Look up pacus. Google that. P-A-C-U. Pacus. Big meat eaters, though. Robert Coutinho wanted to talk about Waterworld and that it was a dumbass movie. That was an extremely dumbass movie. And I like some Kevin Costner stuff, you know? Dances with Wolves was great. I even like that movie where he's a serial killer and he's really good at it. And Mr. Brooks. Yeah, that was a good movie. Even though most critics didn't like it, I liked it. But man, Waterworld was just horrid. I think TJ liked Jean Triplehorn in Waterworld. I totally forgot she was in that. And then TJ said that he's never going to comment on the post again. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it was an unsuccessful trolling. I don't know. But he'll be back. And we'll welcome you back too, TJ. President Oso commented. He liked, said everything about Triple Nashville, and he liked the cartoon. And someone, Jerry K, first time commenting here. Thank you for coming in, Jerry K, and commenting. This is your shout out, Jerry K. And he said the video was fun to watch. Cool. Someone asked me on Twitter if this was a man with hair rollers. Well, yes it is. Yes it is. Probably should not have said that here, Bruno Forkinta. But I think she would have seen it. I think my skyline here is very unnatural, but I like it anyway. So if you don't like it, I have the same response to you that the ALEXA had. I think I was talking to myself while I was doing this, because sometimes when I'm doing a cartoon, I kind of say the stuff that I'm wording out, and but I had my headphones on, and every now and then I saw Akenta's, not Akenta's. How about that? I confused you for Alexa. I saw her blue light come on, so I might have been saying her name, or else her name came up on the TV. Some commercials do that. So I wonder how often I talk to myself without realizing it, like when I have headphones on. I think we're about done. And today you do get a roof. had to draw those contours again and again and again. Still not totally happy with them. And here is your rough. 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 4 seconds. Good damn! There you go. Alright, folks. Hope you liked the video today. Hope you like my skyline. I know the subject I'm going to do next, but I don't really have my idea. But I know what angle I'm going to go for, what argument I'm going to make. And after this argument is posted, TJ will come back. Watch. Everybody, thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment. You will get a shout out. I will say your name on the internet. Click that red button and please subscribe to the channel. It will help me out greatly. Have a great day. See you Tuesday.